Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my everyday makeup drawer for the month of September, and this is just basically where I go through and show you which makeup products I will be using throughout the month of September. I like to switch it up and try new things every month. So before I jump into that, I'm just going to do a recap of the products in last month's drawer and show you what I'm taking out of my drawer. If you guys aren't interested, you can totally skip ahead. I'll have a timestamp on the screen and you can just skip ahead to that time to jump right into the everyday makeup drawer for this month. So I'm going to start with products that I'm actually decluttering from my makeup collection. These are things I tried and they just didn't really work for me. So I am decluttering the Meet Matte Nude palette. I told myself if I didn't reach for it this month, I was going to declutter it. And I also had the Meet Matrimony palette in my collection and I loved it, but I just didn't really like the colors in the Meet Matte Nude palette. So I'm going to pass this one along to somebody else. I didn't really like the Buxom lip foundations. I just felt like they weren't really like the right color for me. The product itself wasn't a bad product. I just felt like the colors weren't flattering on me. So I'm going to pass those along as well. The CoverGirl Plumpify Blast Pro Mascara wasn't bad. It wasn't really my favorite, and I have so many other mascaras that I'm trying out, so I thought I would pass this one along as well to one of my sisters. And then I have the Clarisy Sea Salt Solutions Mattifying Healing Dust. I think I got that in a subscription box, and again, it wasn't like a terrible setting powder. It worked okay, but I just have other ones that I prefer, so I figured that I have enough, so it's time to give these a new home. So these are products that I used up. So I did finish the Physicians Formula, I think it's like the Cat Eye Booster Mascara, and the Milani Runway Lashes. I loved both of those. I completely finished them up, so I'm just going to toss those. And then I did finish the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, which is definitely one of my favorites again. I've been loving it so much, so I definitely recommend all three of these products, and I'm excited that I finished them. So these products are products I'm taking out of my everyday makeup drawer. I'm just going to put them back into my makeup collection for the time being. I definitely still like all of them, and I will continue to use them. I'm just switching them out for something different. Same thing with all of these products. I definitely still love them and I will continue to use them, but I'm just going to switch them out for something a little different. And then this bronzer was my favorite all summer long, but it's just a little bit too dark for me right now, so I'm going to put it back into my collection for now. So I have the ColourPop eyeshadows in Stereo, Waddles, and Mooning, which are three of my favorites. I definitely love them, but I just haven't been wearing them a whole lot lately, so I'm just going to put them back into my collection. And then I have the Laura Geller, that's like an eyeshadow crayon, and a Rimmel London eyeliner, which again, I love. I'm just not really using them at the moment, so I'm going to put them back into my collection as well. And the last thing are just these eyeshadow palettes, which I love all three of these so much, and I've been using them, but I just want to switch it up and try something different. So I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and then I have my Belfiore Cosmetics palettes. My foundations haven't changed a whole lot. I'm really mainly using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless because my skin has been really oily lately, so that one has been my favorite, and I'm still trying to form my opinion on the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. I can't decide. Like, part of me loves it, and then part of me doesn't like it. So I think I'm still going to try it out this month before I do a complete review on it. And then this looks a little bit excessive, I know, but these are the new Hourglass foundations. I had some points on the Ipsy website and they had it as one of the point perks. So I redeemed it for a few different shades because I wasn't sure which one would match me. So I'm literally playing around with all four of them trying to decide. I can't decide. I mean, sometimes I use the lighter shades and then warm it up with like a bronzer, but right now I'm mainly using Ivory. So I think that one is my best match right now. This is the first time I've ever used like a stick foundation, and I love it. The pigmentation of this foundation is amazing, and once I like completely form my opinions about it, I can definitely do a review if you guys want. I'll probably include it in my August favorite, so I'll talk more about it in that video. Okay, so let's start with lipsticks. If you guys want to jump ahead to face products, then just jump to the timestamp on the screen, but I'm going to start with regular lipsticks. I put in this little like lipstick holder because I have a bunch of just like regular traditional lipsticks that I'm going to be using this month. I feel like I've been neglecting them for like liquid lipsticks, but I definitely want to get more use out of them because I just have so many that I love. So right now I just have a bunch of like nude and light pink shades because those are the ones that I've been wearing over the past few months. So I do have a few more nude shades that I'm going to be wearing, and then a few dark dramatic shades as well. So I have Wet n Wild Sugar Plum Fairy, which is the more purple shade, and then Cherry Bomb. These are two of my absolute favorite lipsticks ever. They're only $1.99. I definitely recommend picking both of these up, and they're so perfect for fall. Then I have the NYX lipstick in Siren, which is the bottom shade, and Alabama. Again, these are two of my favorite. The matte lipstick formula is amazing, so I love these and I cannot wait to wear them. I ran out of room, so I had to add in another lipstick holder because I still have a few more. So I'm going to be trying out some of the new Bare Minerals nude lipsticks. So I have Honey Bun, Nudist, and Sex Pot. These are really interesting because they're just super like smooth and creamy, so I definitely want to give them a shot, and I thought I would start with the nude shades. I have this Cargo lipstick in the shade Dubai. It's just a really beautiful nude, so I definitely want to get some use out of this one. one. I have a little mini lipstick of Urban Decay's Liar, and then I have the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid, and this one is just in the nude shade, and I think it will be so beautiful for a lot of the eye looks that I'll be doing over the next month. So I do have a ton of lip products already in here. I'm obviously feeling a little bit, what's the word, optimistic that I'm going to get the chance to use all of these, but I don't know, I couldn't decide. I had so many that I wanted to try. So I have all of these from last month. If you guys are interested in those, I'll link last month's video in the description box below. And then I'm going to be using a few of the Bare Minerals lip glosses. So we have the shades Popular, Fly, Forbidden, and Totally. And I've been using these a little bit over like the past week, and I feel like they make my lips a little bit dry, but I definitely want to give them a fair shot before I completely decide. So I'm going to use them this month, and then I'll keep you guys posted. I'm also going to be wearing the new ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips that Kathleen created. So we have Alyssa, November, and Point Zero, and I just think they're so fun for kind of like summer transitioning into fall, so I can't wait to get a lot of use out of these. And then for the last of the lip products, I have a few ColourPop lippy sticks. So I have Aquarius, which is a really pretty cream nude, and then two of the Matte X formulas. I have Chateau and Backup, and I'm so excited to wear these. I think the colors are beautiful, and I just love this formula. So I have a ton of face primers currently in my drawer. I don't even know why I'm adding any more in, because I definitely have enough to last me throughout the month, but I've just been obsessed with face primers right now. So I'm just trying a bunch of different ones, trying to decide which one is my favorite. These are the ones that are currently in my everyday makeup drawer right now, but I've really been liking all of them, so I didn't want to switch any of them out. So I am going to be trying the Jouer Anti-Blemish Matte Primer again. I used to love this a long time ago, and my skin has been so oily, so I definitely need to try this one out again and see if it still works for me. I purchased the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer last month. A lot of you guys told me this is your absolute favorite, so I cannot wait to try this one. Then I have the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I got this in a Play by Sephora box, I'm pretty sure, unless it was my Ipsy bag, but I thought I would give this one a shot too because it doesn't seem too illuminating. It seems like it gives you a nice glow, but still a matte finish. So these are the concealers that I'm currently using. I have the Too Faced Born This Way, the NYX HD Concealer, and then I have this e.l.f., what is this called? The e.l.f. Cover Everything Concealer. So I actually put this in my drawer last month, and I really like it so far. I feel like if you have dry skin, you need to try this because it's very hydrating. And don't let the color fool you. If you have a pretty fair skin tone, I feel like it can still work because it doesn't show through underneath your foundation. So if you have anywhere from like a fair to medium skin tone, I feel like this would work really well for you. So over here I just have some lip balms, and then over here I just have the Bare Minerals glosses I was talking about a second ago. So let's jump into blushes. So not a ton has changed since last month. I don't feel like I really switched things up too much. I have my Laura Geller, this is like a highlight blush all in one, then my e.l.f. Baked blushes, another e.l.f. blush, Milani, and then back here I have like a Tarte and a Laura Geller one. And then right up in the front I have my Essence Sun Club bronzer, which this is the main bronzer I've been using. And then I have my Laura Geller highlight. I love this. This one is in the shade Portofino and French Vanilla. So I've actually been using it as an eyeshadow, but it is so beautiful. It makes a beautiful highlight too. So if you guys are looking for a good Laura Geller highlight, this might be a great option for you. And then back there I just have Dandelion and Bella Bamba from Benefit. So I am going to be using another Benefit blush this month. This one is Dallas. This is just a really beautiful color. I feel like since fall is right around the corner, I might like to use this one. I don't know. I haven't gotten a ton of use out of it, so if I don't use it this month, sorry, it will not focus. I'm actually going to declutter it. So I'm going to force myself to use it, see if I still like it. If not, I'm going to pass it along. I have the City Color Be Matte Blush in the shade Papaya. This is so beautiful, and I remember that I like them. I have a few of them in my drawer, so again, I wanted to try to use them. If I don't use them, I'm going to declutter them, but I thought this color was so pretty, so I'm excited to use this one. Then I have the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. This is a Baked Luminous Glow bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. It looks a little shimmery, so I don't know if I'll use it as like a bronzer or as a blush, but I definitely wanted to try it out because it is so beautiful, and I love Too Faced bronzers, and this one's a little bit different than like their typical bronzers. I also have the Stila Get Cheeky Trio. I got it in like a holiday set, but it has a bronzer, blush, and highlight, and the colors are so beautiful. Every time I swatch them, I love them. I just haven't even really used it yet, so I'm going to try this out this month. So I've been using the same powders for a while. I have Benefit's Hello Flawless, which is just a great option for every day, and then I have this Laura Geller Baked Powder, which is my favorite. This is the one that I've been using every single day pretty much. Then I have my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder, and then the Balm Sexy Mama, which I can't decide if I like this. I don't know why. I've literally been trying to decide for like a year now, and I don't know why I can't decide. So this is the last month I'm going to use it. If I don't decide I like it, then I need to declutter it. Okay, so I did finish 2 mascaras, which was awesome. I'm still using the the Bare Minerals Lash Domination, the Essence Lash Princess, which is definitely one of my favorites. It makes your lashes so long. The Smashbox X-Rated, which makes them really long and thick. And then this Julep Mascara, which has been my go-to every single day. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Rock Mascara this month, which I just randomly found this in my collection, and I used it today and it made my lashes so thick, so I want to try it out this month. And then I'm also going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Wear Mascara, which I think is supposed to make your lashes super long, so I will definitely keep you posted. And then apparently I'm also using the Tarteist Mascara. I got this one in my Play by Sephora box, I think. I don't know why I can't remember if I got it in my Ipsy or Play by Sephora, but a lot of you guys told me this is your favorite, so I'm definitely excited to try it out. Then for liners, I just have my Bare Minerals Lash Domination, my Stila Stay All Day in brown, and then my Kat Von D Tattoo, and then of course I have my Physicians Formula liner. That one is just on my vanity in a different spot. So those are my go-to liners, and then of course I have my Urban Decay primer and my Smashbox primer. Back here I just have like my typical eyebrow stuff, so not much has changed back there. So I am going to be playing around with a few different eyeshadows this month that are not ColourPop and not in a palette, which is different for me. So I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Shadow in the shade C251B Creme Brulee, and I've just been needing like a light colored shadow for my lid because I usually start with like a light shade and then apply other shades, so I thought that this might be a good option. I'm also going to be using the Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadow in Bella Ivory, just for the same reason. I've just been needing like a really light shadow for all over the lid. I did get this Pacifica bronzer in my Ipsy bag, but I thought it would be too dark for bronzer, so I'm going to use it as a shadow, and it's in the shade Sunkissed. Then I have this Makeup Forever Artist shadow in the shade 6P01, which I did get in my Play by Sephora box. And the last thing before we jump into ColourPop shadows and eyeshadow palettes, I just got this little mini Jelly Pong Pong Neapolitan eyeshadow palette, which is so cute. It comes with 3 different shades, if I can get it open. A really pretty light gold, kind of like a rosy shade, and then a brown shade. So I thought it would be fun to use this. They're really pigmented, and I definitely wanted to try it out. The only thing is that this palette costs $18, which is so crazy to me. The shadows are good, but I feel like for $18 they should be a little bigger. I'm trying out this ColourPop shadow in the shade Fantasy. It's so beautiful. It was like one of the only like super bright colors I thought I would really use on like an everyday basis, so I cannot wait to play around with it. Here's a quick look at the other shades I'm using. I have Porter, Weenie. This one is in the shade Sequin. That is the purple one I was just talking about. Then we have Millionaire, Birthday Boy, DGAF, Bandit, Crenshaw, Boy Band, and On the Rocks. Those are like my 2 favorites of all time. So finishing up, let me just tell you which palettes I'm using. So I have the Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the like blush and highlight palette, which is really beautiful and I love it. I have my Lorac Pro Matte because like you guys know I'm trying to use that one up in 2016. I do have this e.l.f. palette which I talked about in an underrated e.l.f. video, and it's so beautiful. It comes with 2 gorgeous blushes, a highlight, and a bronzer, and I cannot get enough of it, so I will not stop using that anytime soon. I have the Meet Matrimony palette, which has definitely been one of my favorites. I feel like the colors are just super wearable and I cannot get enough of it. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know that I'm obsessed with the Coastal Sun shadows. I know that so many of you have purchased them, so let me know in the comments below which ones are your favorites, but I cannot get enough of this palette. They were all either $1 or $1.99 because they have sales from time to time. They're so pigmented. I'm going to do a video on them. Just let me know if you want to see like a tutorial or a swatch video or an overview, and I can definitely do it. You guys, I have to use my Tarte lip palette this month. I've had it for almost a year and I really haven't given it a shot, so I'm really going to focus on using it this month, and if I don't use it, then I'm going to have to declutter it because I hate that it just sits there and gets unused. So this one is the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. You're supposed to be able to use it as eyeshadow, eyeliner, or just for your brows, and I thought the colors were just fun for the fall because they're a little bit more cool toned. Even though it's not fall yet, I'm obviously like in a fall makeup mood, so I'm definitely going to use this one up or use it and see if I even like it this month. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below which products you'll be trying out this month because I love hearing from you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.